security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
Damn, son, rest in peace.
There's the control panel. It looks operable.
Oi. Må bruke lockpicks på kabinett bare. Det er weird. Og det er ammo til selveste mikrogunnen. 777. Ja, det funker ingen steder. Nei, den funker ikke. Den funker bare der, den. Ja, den da. Ok. Sånn.
Captain, I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic.
Som er sikkert på den PC-en her.
Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Eller?
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
Altså stopp recordinga.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed.
Ser du det? Han visste om det.
No planet will be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation. They're all in this facility. Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Han er litt slu, han faren, ass.
Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Merket det med en gang.
Good. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by
Likte
those
ikke
things.
oppsynet hans.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant.
Jep.
Grab that recording. We should talk.
Jeg vet, jeg har cracka safen. Hold on a minute. Ok, den funker ikke. Nei. Sånn. Nei, hva gjorde jeg nå? Åh, fuck. Jeg feilet. Jeg så helt feil. Funker ikke det da. Ja, det er 4 på den. Kunne brukt enerne der da, men det er litt sånn kjipt. Hva var det en? Det var... Nei. Den. Ok. Ja, vi prøver. Boom.
The effort.
Okay.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
There were plenty of reasons he could have ordered the bombing, the Terramorph outbreak for example. Så jeg er ikke helt 100% sikker på at han er bad guy oppi det, men han visste om det.
You heard that recording. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death.
True.
He's...
Altså, hvorfor kan jeg ikke velge noe mer i midt imellom? A commander in a tough situation, I guess.
That is a disgusting way to describe what happened here. Someone who truly knows what it means to command, to be in charge of and responsible for others would never do such a thing.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death.
Nå får jeg kjeft,
What
ass.
kind of commander is that? Wait. If the plant was used to trigger the attacks, that means Victus. He might have been involved in what happened on New Atlantis. I hate to say it, but I think your instinct about him might have been right.
What? Victus alive? All this time? And somehow in a position where he could be responsible for what happened in New Atlantis? This is precisely why I cannot stand the United Colonies. They pretend at moral superiority, but look what they actually do.
Og så, det eneste vi vet er jo, vi vet at den bomba sted, og vi vet at den visste om det greiene. Utenom det så vet vi ikke så mye mer. It's an idea worth discussing further when we're not surrounded by terramorphs.
Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample.
Men altså, hvis jeg skulle liksom ta et educated guess da, etter å ha sett mye filmer og sånt nå, så... Altså, jeg trodde jo at han kanskje var innblandet, men siden det allerede... Dette er sikkert en lang questline, men siden det allerede er han som er i søkelyset, så tenker jeg... Kanskje det ikke er han allikevel. Vi får se.
Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good.
38 medpacks, ja. Skaff meg noen raggsokker eller noe, ass. Får frostbite hele tida. Bare lyst til å se rundt, for da pleier det å gjemme seg lut. Magpulse, er det rare rifle? Og det der er den samme som den andre jeg har, som jeg digger. Time will show. Bedre dusje og se mer fra senga. Den er grei, dude. Catch you there. Damage increases as health decreases. Det er litt kult da. Gravity wave må jeg teste. Ja, jeg slenger den der mikrogun på hylla til jeg har mer ammo. Og det var den, og så hvor putta jeg? Det er den. Det er rifle da. Vent litt. Oi! Jeg tenker det er bra å ha et våpen av hver type ammo. Å, fy faen. Å, jævlig. Ok. Faen, jeg har ikke oksygen. Det er bare syner. Nei, det var faktisk ting. Er det de andre terrormorphsa som hjelper? Ro deg ned nå. Ja, se. Det er Terramorph som hjelper oss. Så noen har gjort sånn at de er friendly. Noen har lagd disse sikkert.
Thralls! They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Pet Terramorph?
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here.
Gæren så ut, ass.
You should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Alright, let's move. Det var thralls til Terramorphen. Faen, jeg har lyst på en sånn en, ja.
Is that for selling later or personal use?
Kul by. Dette er den kuleste questline så langt, ass. Ah, så vi er ved basen allerede. Å nei, jeg hoppa for langt. Jeg ble så ivrig med den der parkouringa der. Dr. Percival.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Sure did. Kaiser's got all the samples in storage.
Ah, this place bomb. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Bay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Lie. Look, we learned something, but I can't say anything more, I promised.
Captain, he needs to know. Bay Victus is alive, which means he could have been involved in the attacks.
Alive? He's... Bay Victus? That can't be true, right?
Unfortunately for us all, yes, it's true.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terramorphs. But Bay Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know.
Oh, he and I are gonna have some words.
Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
Cool.
The samples are preserved.
Speak the way, Victus. Yeah, we can do that. Og der. Her. Ja, den er på Jameson. Mye greier å gjøre, egentlig, ass. Ja, jeg skal deliver news først. Må jo si fra til the public.
I think I prefer the wild planets to this city.
Jeg skal ha på meg den der gærne Die Hard-greia.
Please there.
Der, vet du.
The predators are easier to spot.
Der. Oi.
How the hell does a whole herd of Terramors touch down undetected?
What?
Allah.
You have that look in your eye. What's the scoop?
What stories are you working on right
I'm
now?
working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
You think anyone will read something like that?
I wouldn't be writing it if I didn't. Most people in New Atlantis like to pretend the well doesn't exist. I think it's important to call attention to what's going on down there.
I'll be willing to do the interviews for you.
Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other stories. I'm sure you'd do great.
Consider it done.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough. You have another story for me?
I was at the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
I personally took out those Terramorphs. I'm pretty much saved the day. Together with the UC security, we managed to put those killing machines down.
Sounds like maybe you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But all right.
Det var egentlig bare meg, da. Det var egentlig sant, det første.
We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
I felt alive when everything is on the line. Every moment seems like a gift. Det er sånn der...
You never know quite how precious life is until it's under threat. It sounds like New Atlantis, Heck, the whole UC owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
Can't sleep at night because who knows when Terramorphs will attack again. I won't rest until the Terramorph threat is ended.
That makes me feel better. I feel like such a sap, but it does. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Jeg lurer på om det går an å lese eller se nyheter om det eller et eller annet, ass. Det hadde vært litt kult.
You have a new story for me? I'm very happy.
I was there at the big battle between Systef and the Crimson Fleet. Ja, det er da vi drepte han der Delgado.
Of course you were. Why wouldn't you be? I swear you're either a trouble magnet or something. So, Systef finally, and against all odds, really triumphed against the Crimson Fleet.
Det gir deg virkelig sånn ego-boost i det spillet her, ass.
How were you involved?
Sånn hvis du ikke tenker at det er et spill, liksom. I was working undercover for Systef. I brought the fleet down from in the inside.
So what do you do for an encore? So, the Vigilants went toe-to-toe with everything the Crimson Fleet could throw at them. And somehow, almost miraculously, they captured the key. The key itself. I've confirmed that with many sources. Anything to add?
I took the coordinate. Skal jeg være litt ego her, da? I was part of the team that actually captured the key.
Someone seriously owes you a beer. Hell, a keg.
I don't
You
drink.
have to feel good about how everything turned out. Commander Ikonde is being hailed a hero. And Systef's popularity is at an all-time high. Your thoughts?
Systef was successful in finally righting the wrongs of the past.
The UC did kind of spawn this monster. And like you said, it might finally be dealt with. And that's all I need. You really do lead an extraordinary life. And as a, well, possibly embarrassing personal note, thank God for you.
Er det noe mer da?
Sources back. Here to report anything else? Back to the grind.
Ok, så jeg har lyst til å, siden jeg allerede driver på, så har jeg lyst til å ta de intervjuene hennes. Litt pause fra alien-slakting, det må være lov.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower.
The Well. Ned til de fattige.
I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with unique cameras and animals.
Så langt så har du Andrea bare disliket én ting jeg har sagt, og ikke liket en eneste ting, ass. Jeg lurer på om hun ikke er friend material, ass. Jeg tror bare hun er litt for hardbarka. Ok. Kay's house. Eller noe.
Everyone's well. No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here.
And with the SSNN, I'd like to ask you some questions about your business.
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up?
I'd like to know how things have been with your business lately.
Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing.
I'm happy to look into it for you.
Honestly, I'd really appreciate that.
Jeg på en streak nå med å hjelpe alle.
And I haven't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? And we'll talk it out.
Will you tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it.
How are things in the well?
Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it.
I think that should be enough to go on.
Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it.
Ok, det var jo simpelt. Det er sikkert den av dem som er litt mer hard. Nå har vi legen.
I've got limited resources.
Kan den heale meg først?
Right, let's have a look. You're a sight, aren't you?
Take care of all.
Don't worry, I'm good with stitches. You may not even see a scar. You're going to feel this, for sure, but you'll be all right in the end. There you go. More or less good as new.
Strange place for a medical clinic. Nei. I'm with SSNN. Eller, kanskje jeg begynner bare sånn.
Funny story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up, and after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things still down here. The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical.
You run this place all by yourself?
Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and while I've got a few volunteers from the community, I can only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry.
Okay, I'm with SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your business.
A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is...
Det er litt sykt da, hun der,
I'd be happy to help if I can.
hun der som jobber i SSNN, hun får sånne stories fra meg, der hvor jeg er helten i alle stories, og så går jeg og intervjuer for hun også, liksom. Det er sånn... Lættis. I like to know how things are going at the medbay these days.
Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see.
I'll be happy to help you out with that.
You're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, all right?
Jeg har jo så mange activities da. At jeg vet ikke om jeg finner igjen disse her. Will you tell me more about yourself?
Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well. I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here.
How have things been in the well recently?
Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic.
Det er nok.
All right, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
Hva om jeg prater med igjen?
Best we can here.
Ok, så jeg må gå tilbake også. I'd like to help you out with the sick children in the clinic.
Oh, you remembered. I'm touched, dear, really. Yes, there's absolutely something you can do to help. All the children seem to have the same stomach bug, but I'm having trouble diagnosing it. Pediatrics isn't my specialty. But one of my colleagues, Dr. Lebedev, is an expert. If I had his research notes, I'm sure I could diagnose the disease and find a treatment.
Sure.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'd go myself, but I can't leave the medbay unattended.
Må gå tilbake til andre også, og så hente det questet. Nei, det er mora, det. Der er du.
If you haven't, make sure you say
I'd
hello
like
to
to help
Mama.
you out.
Would you? I'd really appreciate it. I saw them hanging around the UC surplus earlier today. They sure looked suspicious to me.
What makes you think they're up to something?
They've been coming here regularly for the last couple weeks, and all they do is sit on the balcony and watch the UC surplus. I thought I heard them mention a robbery, but I'm not sure. They seem to know I'm onto them, so they stop talking about it when I'm around.
I'll head straight
I
there.
know you didn't. I want to make sure I'm right.
Nei,
about
jeg
this
vet
before
ikke
we
til
get
security,
started.
var det.
But I have to be sure they're up to something before I get the authorities involved. I don't want to get anyone on security's bad side for no reason. Why don't you do a little sleuthing for me? Maybe you'll have better luck eavesdropping on them than I did. We can decide what to do once we figure out if they're really up to something.
Yeah, sure. Bare gjøre det siste intervju først.
I used to drink.
Er det vanlig electronics? Vanlig butikk?
No loitering, okay? I don't have the patience for it.
Hva vil det så sende han?
A reporter? Fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business.
I think that should be a note to go. How have things been well?
How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better.
Will you tell more about yourself?
Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter.
I'd like to know how things are going at Apex Electronics.
Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery.
Okay.
Great. Now why don't you help me out and buy something? I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Hadde du ikke vært så idiot, så hadde jeg kanskje gjort det. Ja, den der er viktigere. Ikke at det har noe å si, men vi later som det. Vi later som det er ekte. Vi hjelper unga i nød. Det er her, ikke sant? Jeg trenger ikke å dra langt. Nei. Det er litt av en hatt. De øya også, da. Føles ikke ut som at det er så mye mer drivstoff i jetpacken, ass.
I'm not feeling that bad.
Bare noen ganger.